that moment we should not be fulfilling what they are asking for, and be with them, and maybe discuss it later, or we fulfill their need if we think that it is validated to some extent, that we should not be very egoistic on understanding what the child is asking for, or we should just completely say no and then be with them, and maybe later on we make them understand. How should be the strategy with the parents?
So I think it's important, firstly, that we recognize that we don't have to use strategies.
Mhm.
Okay, we have to understand the child.
Mhm.
Now, if the child is having a need, which is a very valid need, okay, for example, a 3-year-old and a 4-year-old needs attention. For them, attention is equal to love, right? So definitely, it's important that we give them the attention, okay, and we be there with them. Now, there will be a lot of also other things which are desires. For example, now they have started enjoying this particular cartoon, and now they want to watch the cartoon 2 hours in a day. Now, that's not okay, right? So, now for this, obviously, you need to be firm, right?
Right.
So, you are not kind of putting them down, you are not being very strict with them, but at the same time, being firm. Understanding that, yes, I see that you like. When I say validate, you're saying, see, I enjoy, I recognize that you really enjoy this, but it is not good for your eyes. Okay, so we've decided that you can watch half an hour. We can watch again tomorrow. We've agreed on that. Okay, so there, where you need to be firm, you need to be firm also. You need to give the nurturing limits. That is something that's very important. Okay, one of the, so of course, a very fine balance between fulfilling their needs but recognizing what their desires are and what is really the child doing. Now, if a parent is not getting hassled and one is just tuning into the child, they will see that what the child is feeling there. So you at least be with them. Don't have to necessarily give in to every desire of theirs, because some of their desires are not going to be healthy for them. The child doesn't know that a lot of the food items that they want to have every day is not healthy for them. But a parent is supposed to know. A parent is supposed to give those healthy habits to the child, right? So definitely firmness is going to be required. Saying no is going to be required. Also, what is going to be important is that we delay gratification at a particular age. It's important that they learn that just because you say I want it now doesn't mean that you get it now. Yeah, because these are some things a child will need to be taught also. Okay, but here you asked one another question within your question, where you said if it starts becoming a ego struggle, right? And that's one very beautiful thing that you said. Now, this is particularly in children where now they are 9 plus, 10 plus, right?
When the habit has already formed.
Yes, yes. And now when they are, already wanting to do things in their own way, okay? And they are giving a reason, why can't I do this? Why can't I do that, right? Now, here it is important that the parent, again, using the same principles, we are giving them why is it important that, and why is it that you are not allowing certain things, right? So they have to understand that you are the authority figure still there, right? But it is important that it does not get into a ego struggle, because when it actually gets into a ego struggle, the battle is, I mean, it's already a battle, and then it's really not helping. So we need to then at that point in time drop the conversation for that moment, because the ego struggle between a parent and child is not going to help, right? Where again we are saying that, if it's an ego struggle, then the parent has also started taking it personally. How can you question me, right? Now we have to understand that the children obviously are going to take the boundaries that we set for them. They are going to test those boundaries. They are going to say, but why can't I do this? But why can't I do that? Why is it that girls have to come back at this time, or why can't I wear these things? So every generation has done that. They are going to push those boundaries, but so we don't have to take it personally that how can you question me, right? When we explain it to them, when we don't lose our calmness. If we can explain to them and tell them, no, this is something I can agree, but these are things that you can't be doing because they are not healthy. And of course, whatever the age appropriate, whatever explanation that you can give, you do give it to them.